faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 and verse 1. So then, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Romans 10 and verse 17. For I say, through grace given to me, to everyone who is among you, not to him think of himself more highly than he ought to, but to think soberly, as God has dealt to each one a measure of faith. Romans 12 verse 3. Faith comes by the word of God. So you've got to focus on the word of God, not what others say. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Hebrews 12 verse 2. So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief, for surely I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17 verse 20. Faith is different from just a thought in your mind. Remember that, because just by thinking something is not going to do it. It has to be faith from God. So Jesus answered and said to them, have faith in God. For surely I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be removed, be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you will have them. Mark 11, verse 22 to 24. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed, from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Romans 1 and verse 17. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 7. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Hebrews 11 and verse 6. That the genuineness of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it is tested by fire, may be found to praise, honour and glory at the revelation of Jesus Christ, whom having not seen, you love. Though now you do not see him, yet believing, you rejoice with joy inexpressible and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, the salvation of your souls. 1 Peter 1 verse 7 to 9. For whatever is born of God overcomes the world, and this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. 1 John 5 and verse 4. And suddenly a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment. For she said to herself, if only I may touch his garment, I shall be made well. But Jesus turned around. When he saw her, he said, be of good cheer, daughter, your faith has made you well. And the woman was made well from that hour. Matthew 9 verse 20 to 22. And when he had come into the house, the blind men came to him, And Jesus said to them, "Do you believe that I am able to do this?" They said to him, "Yes, Lord." Then he touched their eyes, saying, "According to your faith, let it be to you." Matthew 9:28 and 29. Jesus said to him, "If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes." Mark 9, verse 23. Is anyone among you sick? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer of faith will save the sick, and the Lord will raise him up. James 5:14 and 15a.